Hi, this is Alex from Pandectes. In this tutorial, I will show you how you can connect the Pandectes Cookie Banner to Google Tag Manager. This is useful if you want to run Google Tag Manager tags according to consent. The good thing is that everything is granular, which means if you have a script in Google Tag Manager which is for targeting, when the targeting category is accepted on the cookie banner in Pandectes, then only that category runs in GTM. And the same goes for all the cookie categories that a user might accept. The first thing that we need to have enabled in Pandectes GDPR compliance in order for all of this to work is the Pandectes consent event. You can do that by going to the settings, integrations, and making sure that this checkbox is enabled. Also, one important thing is, of course, having Google Tag Manager connected to your store. You can either do that from the theme.liquid file or conveniently through Pandectes itself by adding the Google Tag Manager ID here. After doing that, we need to head over to the Google Tag Manager. Here we have to set up two things. One is variables. We need to have a variable for each category of cookies. The second is triggers. These trigger whenever a cookie category variable is accepted. And of course, after that, we can assign the triggers to specific tags. If that all sounds confusing, don't worry at all. Just follow my steps. First step in Google Tag Manager, go to your variables. Alright, under user-defined variables, click on New, since we want to create a new variable. Name it Functionality. And then in the variable configuration, select Data Layer Variable. Type Pandectes _categories dot C0001, and you have to write it exactly as is. If you don't want to make a mistake, I will have them in the description below so you can just copy and paste them. Click on Save. Alright, the variable for the functionality is ready. We also need to add two more variables. The first one is for performance. This will be for all of our performance related tags. In the data layer variable name it Pandectes _categories dot C0002 this time, and click on Save. And finally, add one more for targeting. In the configuration, select data layer variable, and the same thing, just name it with a 3 in the end. Click on Save. That's all. Our variables are configured. Now let's move on to the triggers. We will have to create 3 triggers for functionality, performance, and targeting. Click on New, and here let's call it Functionality. You can of course be more specific and name it Consent or Pandectes Consent, but since my workspace is pretty simple, I will just name it Functionality. In the trigger configuration, select Custom Event. In the event name, type Pandectes _consent _update. It should be as is. Select some custom events. Here, since we want to configure the functionality category, select Functionality. The functionality should be equal to allow. And click on Save. That's our first trigger ready. Let's also do the same thing for the other triggers very quickly. Click on New, name it Performance. In the trigger configuration, custom event, set it to Pandectes consent update, select some custom events, and here, instead of the functionality this time, we choose performance, which should equal allow. Click on Save, and let's do the exact same thing for the targeting. This has the exact same configuration. Instead, now we use the variable that we created called targeting. It should equal allow. Click on Save, and our triggers are finally ready. Now we can assign triggers to tags. What that means is that our tags will now be able to run only when that category has been given consent to by the user. To do that, go to the tags. I have set up an example test tag here, which essentially just console logs some text to the console. Your tags are most likely different and include Google Analytics, Google Ads tags, or any other custom scripts that you may have added. In the triggering, you can click on trigger and add our category. Suppose that the tag that you are trying to configure is for performance. Then we will choose the performance trigger that we just created and click on save. Now, whenever the cookie banner is accepted or a user selects the performance category on the cookie banner, then this tag will fire. Let's test it out. Of course, before testing, let's publish our GTM changes. Once everything is published, we can go and, of course, test our setup. Here I have a cookie banner, and let me also open a console so that you can see everything that is being logged. Once I accept cookies, you can see the text that was set up in our tag. Now what happens when a user selects specific categories? Check it out. If I go to Preferences and select Performance Cookies, which is the category that we set the tag to run, and save my preferences, as you can see, it runs. However, if I accept a different category and the performance cookies are not in the selection of my consent, then, as you can see, the tag will not run at all. This gives you a lot of power and control over what runs according to consent on your Shopify store. Thanks for watching. If you need help with any of this, don't hesitate to contact our support team. And don't forget that on our YouTube channel, we have a lot of tutorials and updates about privacy and Shopify. So subscribe to not miss anything out. See you in the next one.